Okay, Taurus. Hey, how you doing? You know what? I'm actually kind of glad that I'm doing your loving proof reading for May because I've been feeling some kind of way. And your sign is very heartwarming. You guys bring a level of security to any interaction that you might have with someone. And you really do come from a genuine place. So hopefully there will be some genuine messages here for you. I'm using the Romance Angels Oracle spread by Doreen Virtue. And I'm also going to be pulling some messages to add to that from the Archangel Power Tarot. And then I'm going to be pulling a card from the Runes Oracle. And then I'm also going to be pulling a card from this deck, the Mystical Lenormand, okay? And then I'm also going to be pulling one soulmate message. So hopefully this will only be like 15 to 20 minutes. And then I also have a general tarot reading coming towards you a little bit later on, maybe tonight or tomorrow. Because I've been feeling some kind of way, Taurus, like I've been crying and shit. I don't know. Maybe it's the Pluto-Saturn conjunction that's happening because, as you all know, Pluto and Saturn are conjunct in my birth chart, and it's hard as fuck sometimes. Usually. All the time. Okay, so let me get to these messages. I have rose quartz here to represent your energy. I don't know if you can see it. The sun is shining. And I also have a turtle. My friend gave this to me. Okay, so here we go. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so some of you guys might be feeling flirtatious, or you might just be feeling a connection with someone and you might be attracted to them. I understand that, you know, being a Taurus, a lot of times us Venus ruled signs, Libra and Taurus, we definitely start to feel feelings for people if there's any sort of relatability to our interaction when we first encounter these people. You know, but we're not usually off on our gauge, you know what I mean, when we're looking at people and you're thinking about like who this person really might be on the inside. Like I said, you show us a level of security when we interact with you, so this person may be feeling very comfortable with you and you may actually be feeling that as well. So you're kind of like reacting to that and you're responding to that internally, right? Because now you're feeling some kind of way, so your emotions are speaking to you, yeah? And you're really using your intuition, your subconscious to sort of like gauge whether or not to reach out to this person, not to reach out to them. Maybe you don't want to be too thirsty, all of that kind of stuff. Don't be too thirsty, you know what I mean? But if you want to like plan another date with this person or do something else with them, or maybe even plan an initial date, or maybe invite them out and say that it actually is a date, go ahead and do that. At least you'll know where you stand. Ooh, okay, so some of you might be stuck between a rock and a hard place, because it's like something you're worried that this won't be able to manifest into something, because you have the Five of Ariel here, right? And it's Mercury and Taurus, which this is your card. So it's talking about thoughts turning into action, or something with the spirit, or with the psychological process actually being able to manifest something. So you may feel like you guys may not have that much in common, right? So you won't be able to really fully substantiate or manifest a relationship with this person. You know what I mean? And it could just be like you just don't see it working out eventually. Maybe that's it. Or maybe the date that you eventually go on with this person, you're going to kind of realize that there are some things about them that you don't really feel like will mesh with you. This could also be you guys feeling a little bit self-conscious about your body while you're realizing that you do like this person, or realizing that this person likes you. You might become a little bit more subconscious about your body and the physical aspects of being with somebody and what that means, and them being able to see you and judge you. This is a conflict that you're involved in, and it seems as though there's going to be something that you're going to have to figure out spiritually to show you whether or not you feel like you're worthy of this. It's almost like if you think the worst, then the worst will happen. You know what I mean? So if you want a positive experience to happen with this new love, then you're going to have to put some positive thoughts and influences into, you know, this situation and the interactions with you guys, so that it'll actually manifest itself, and, you know, you can come out of this conflict, you know, feeling better about everything. It says you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. This could be somebody at work, because the Five of Pentacles definitely has to do with, you know, an institution, maybe work. This institution could be your body, you know what I mean? This could be you guys meeting somebody at work and having feelings for somebody at work. You know, that's not unlikely. That's usually one of the main places that it happens, because it's kind of like the bar, but work. You know what I mean? I feel like that. Okay, so you got Tiwaz, which is from the Runes Oracle deck. I need to really look at this and see what this means, because I don't use these cards a lot. North Star Ambition. This rune is connected to our inner strength, like that of the North Star guides us in the seas of existence. This ship braves the storm and the rough waves, yet manages to stay on course. So we must do with the help of our moral authority. Okay, so moral authority. You might be realizing that this may not work out because you are dealing with somebody at work. How ambitious is this person? How ambitious are you in terms of like really manifesting something out of this, or really turning it into something? This could even be like... some of you guys who are married might be determined to refresh your relationship. You know what I mean? And being that you're not going through it alone, because it's like both of you could bring ideas into the relationship that could actually, you know, make things happen and turn it into something better. You know what I mean? How ambitious are you into really making yourself, you know, into allowing this relationship to be something, or be something more than it has been? You know what I mean? That type of thing. Okay. And your card from the the Mystical Lenormand deck is the Rider. So this is talking about Mercury, right? Travel. You might be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Um, yes, or you might be dealing with an Aries, okay? Because Mercury is in Aries right now, and esoterically, Mercury rules Aries, because, you know, it's the awareness of Aries that comes from the mind, right? It's like, you know, Aries wouldn't understand that it was itself unless it had the inspiration to know, right? So that's why Mercury is the ruler esoterically. You guys could be dealing with that. Maybe you need to communicate something to this person. You know, this talks about travel. This also talks about communication, words travel. So this could be something that was said maybe, and maybe it got around, and maybe you're in a conflict or something like that. Maybe, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, absolutely. The Soulmate deck card says, stop taking life so seriously. Achievements and possessions will pale into insignificance when your soul journeys back home to the light from which everything stems. Okay, so you could be worrying too much about whether or not something is actually going to become something. You know what I mean? You may be giving up on a situation, or you may be feeling like someone has given up on you, or maybe you've given up on this new love, right? And this person might still be a little bit more involved or ambitious towards the relationship than you are. Could be a Gemini, could be a Virgo, could be an Aries, could be, yeah, that's it. Okay, so stop taking life so seriously. The second message is playfulness. Oh, wow, that's funny. Stop taking life so seriously. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I was saying that too. So this message definitely goes into that whole thing. Like if you're already involved in a commitment with someone and you want to kind of like regenerate the energy and the love and the passion, then go ahead and do that. You know, someone's pride and someone's ego may have gotten in the way of some sort of situation that may have happened in the past, and you guys are just kind of like moving forward from that. Or maybe you felt like things were sort of like at a standstill, and you know, you didn't know where things were going to be going. Maybe things got a little bit too serious because of things that you might have been dealing with financially, you know, or maybe money prevented you from doing more ambitious things, you know, and going out and having fun. And so you started taking life more seriously, and that kind of like took the love and the romance out of the relationship. So now it's asking you to be a little bit more playful, you know what I mean, in your efforts and how you assert yourself within your relationship. The Knight of Raphael popped up, so this is somebody coming in for you guys. This could be that new love, you know, and they are being very playful, very kind of jovial. This is the Knight of Raphael, which is the Knight of Cups. It's Pisces energy. Pisces co-ruler is, you know, Jupiter. So this is also talking about, you know, risk involved in a relationship, and understanding that when you jump into something that, like, you know, anything can happen and anything will happen. You know, it really is the energy and the intention you put into the relationship or into that person that you are involving yourself in. This Knight of Raphael is saying that this person definitely is romantic, and they are somebody that can understand your feelings, and you can talk to them about stuff. This person might have a little bit of a flightiness to them, and because they kind of like go to these places where other people don't really, understand their mind to be going, right? They could be a little flighty. They might be kind of like hard to understand, but yet you like them. They're kind of like intriguing because they are quite magical. This person could even be very intuitive, so that's why you sort of like feel like they're feeling you as well. It says a committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So this person is really making you feel a little bit flirtatious, and they're making you feel good. You know what I mean? They might be saying the right things. They might be making the right gestures. They might be doing the right thing. They're actually paying for the meal, that type of thing. So you're starting to open up a little bit towards them because, they're not like, fuck boys, like a lot of the other people are, fuck girls. I guess the equivalent of a fuck boy would be a thought. I don't know. But they're not this type of person. They could be, because it's that need to escape sometimes from their reality, because they feel things so deeply and so emotionally, and they're always affected by the emotions of others as well. So just make sure that, if you're going through something and you are kind of like seeking refuge in this person, they're going to react and respond to this information that you're throwing their way. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And from the Runes Oracle deck, you got Uruz, which is your card. This is talking about strength, right? It's talking about force. It's talking about the ability to really like break free out of the confines that you might be placing on yourself. You know what I mean? In terms of like, maybe you are taking things too seriously, or maybe you are being a little bit stubborn, and maybe there are ways that you could change that you're not changing, and it's actually holding you back. You know what I mean? And you're getting very anxious. You really want to move forward, or you want to break out of what it is that you feel like might be, taking you for granted, or taking advantage of you. Or maybe you feel like people were taking advantage of you in the past, that type of thing. Maybe people weren't taking your emotions seriously, and you don't want the same thing to happen with this person. And that's totally justifiable. We understand that. You know what I mean? But it really is saying that, like, if you really want something, you're going to be tested, but just make sure that you stay strong. It talks about endurance, that type of thing, right? Stamina. Staying in the game. You can definitely find this person. Okay, so wow, I said that, Gemini or Sagittarius, you might be involved in the Sagittarius here, or could be involved with the Virgo. This is saying that there might be an invitation. Somebody might invite you somewhere. Like I said, you guys need to set that date, or somebody needs to make just the plan to actually invite somebody out on a date. And I feel like somebody is going to go out on a date, and it's going to sort of like pollinate, this relationship, so that you can start to see it flourish into something more. You know what I mean? And it kind of is like getting to that point where you feel like, wow, this is really something. Like, I really feel good around you, and I feel like we've been spending enough time with each other that we might as well just kind of like, walk into this thing, right? Because our feelings, we felt fast, quickly. And, I feel like we've gotten to this point where we're going to acknowledge that this is a thing. Your soul illuminates my soul. It makes me feel whole. There is no part of me that your love cannot fill. From the first moment we met, I am forever grateful, and I count my blessings each day, beloved jewel. Okay? Last row. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, so you guys are feeling some kind of way about somebody. There's a little bit of conflict into whether or not you feel like confident that it will be something, because this 5 is speaking to the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo. And it's a fellow fixed sign of yours, so it sort of squares you a little bit. So there's some conflict here. You guys might be feeling conflicted with a Leo, and that's the person you might be leaving, or you might be feeling you're leaving behind for this new love. You may have already broken up with this Leo person, so it's not like you're leaving them for this person, but there might have been like the hope that there could have been something again. But now that you've experienced this new person, and they're sort of like, flattering you, titillating you, getting you interested, you're like, okay, that's done. Or maybe you're just hoping for something new altogether and you're not letting this new person come in as your new love or your next love or your following love. They just are where they are. Okay, so chemistry. There's a magnetic attraction here, right? New love, playfulness, chemistry. Here we go. I feel like it's ready. The risk, like I was saying, Jupiter, Uranus is talking about unconventional relationships. Okay, so this could be like somebody that you're not necessarily always, you haven't been attracted to this type of person for, a long time, or you haven't ever really been attracted to this type of person before. But now you're experiencing this level of joy with this person, and you're really appreciating what it is, this new flavor that they're bringing into the relationship for you. And you're like, whoa, this is like a breath of fresh air. It's kind of like a slap in the face, but you know how when people get slapped in the face and they're like, thank you. Oh my God. So you're feeling like that. It says believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. You know what I mean? Definitely a leap of faith. Definitely go into it. If you feel like this is working for you, it's working for you. You know what I mean? Some of you Taurus might be females who actually want to get involved with another female. So this is kind of like there's a man, there's a gentleman here, very sporty. Somebody's very athletic and you might be attracted to them and you might be seeing them at the gym. But you're thinking one thing and you feel like they're going to say no because you think you know what their type is. You know what I mean? And you don't know that. That's what leap of faith is telling you. Chemistry is saying that there's chemistry there. You will be pleasantly surprised with this Dagas card, which is talking about dancing, the flow of beauty, and all of that. And then we're also looking at you entering a period of positive change, deep and profound transformation, Saturn and Pluto, okay, being in a fellow Earth sign that trines you. You are entering a period of positive change, deep and profound transformations that occur at the deepest level of your being. You emerge with a renewed passion for life, full of romance and creativity. Okay, so you have a female person that might be around you, or this is some yin energy. You might be feeling the softness from this person, and this person being very receptive towards you. It could be a Libra, or it could be a Taurus. This could be you. Definitely looking in the direction of that fellow, or of that woman, or of that person, whoever you define yourself as, or if you don't define yourself as anything, that's fine too. Okay, so you are aware of this person, you are aware of these feelings, you're conflicted in whether or not it's going to actually become something, but you got to jump in, you got to break out of the confines that you've made for yourself because you are strong enough to do so, and really just sort of like invite somebody on a date. Really do that. I want you to do that. And if, just plan something with somebody and go out and have some fun, okay? I love you guys. Taurus, happy birthday season. I need to get out of here. Like, share, and subscribe. Donation information will be in the subscription box. Providence Tarot on Instagram. NYC Kendrick. Kendrick NYC. The Tongue Pop. I'm also reading at Shanti Bookshop and Crystal Gallery on Sunday from 12 to 4, sometimes 5 if I go beyond that. I'm going to be doing some love readings, okay? Specialized love readings. It could be, I'll put up something and post the details of that because I'm still working it out now. But if you're interested in getting a love reading from me, go ahead and plan to email, okay? Bye, you guys. I love you.